Yeah, your thoughts of the game, your general view, and yeah.
Yeah, it was a game of two good teams. Game of two halves, if I can put it that way. First half we dominated, we wanted to get an early goal because it's a cup game. And we couldn't score in the first half. They got two chances. The third one was a penalty. So we missed goals, we missed chances in the first half, and we dominated their midfield. And they came exactly the way we prepared. We knew they were gonna come with the four-man midfield, 2 8s, 2 10s, then one on 1v1s on the sides with our fullbacks, and they did it better. And we wanted to catch them on speed behind their defense. I think Godino getting injured helped them also because Petros is more faster with Capito and Mkhize, the captain. And they started playing from the back on that one. We pressed them. I think we lost it in the first half because we couldn't convert and we couldn't take advantage of our dominance. So in the second half, they had one chance, which was the penalty. The other one was a half chance. But one chance, which was a penalty, and they made sure that they scored in the critical phase. I think it was 85, 86 minutes. Even the first penalty, 42 minutes in the first half. So those are critical phases and lapse of concentration. But even though it was 1-0 in the for 86 minutes, we thought we were still gonna come back to the game because we had chance. And they pressed us high. They made sure that we don't play in the second half. They pressed us with 6 players so that we can kick everything up. And we kicked all the balls up, and yeah, they won all the aerial balls. Petros won all the aerial balls with Cupido. So, and we thought they would change, but they did not change. They pressed us. I'm not blaming my goalkeeper and the center backs. There's no way in football where you can risk playing at the back when people press you with numbers like that. And we checked their video against Stellenbosch. They pressed Stellenbosch with 6 players. They won 4-1 last week. So it was good for my center backs to panic. Their center backs, they have to be defenders first before any build-up. That is why we couldn't play in the second half. They couldn't play also. They played on their half. So my defenders were pressed with 6 players and we couldn't come out. So they were looking for that one chance. Cape Town City doesn't play like this. They are ball-playing team. They get behind the defense. Good space management from our center mids and defenders. But they couldn't get behind us. But we missed chances, clear-cut chances. I think it was not our day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach. We open up first takers. Please do state your name and your publication.
Afternoon, Coach.
Yes,
My name is Bopani from Fapos. Tough luck on the result. Mr. Mapping addresses you as the head coach of Sekhukhune. So maybe can you elaborate, because there's not been an official statement from the team in terms of what has the management told you, and are you the head coach now and until when? Thank you.
I think that's for another day. And, I will answer that on the other days. I think he's right, because currently where we are sitting, and for these 90 minutes, that was it. We have a coach. I think it's the issue of work permit for now. So There's nothing wrong with that. Addressing me as a head coach for this game. Interim and head coach at the end of the day, on that 90 minutes, you are the one leading the ship. So he's addressing me for this game. I think our coach still having problems with work permit.
Takers. So we'll take first one the side.
Coach, hard luck on the loss. You said that you feel you lost the match in the first half because you guys missed the chances. What do you then say to your players at halftime when you've seen what you've seen?
Yeah, we told them that coastal teams, when they come here, they want to absorb and save energy in the first half. And games against them, it's always games of small margins. When we played them, they played like this because of our speed. Then we said to the players in the first time, we must take our chances because we know Cape Town is a football playing team, but when they play us, they reinforce their defense every time. And teams, when they play us, they do that. At halftime, we told them that we must keep on playing like that. And if they throw numbers up front, we must bypass the first press, which is what my centre backs did. The only thing that we didn't get right was our central players availing themselves for passes from our two centre backs. These guys made life difficult. They plugged our two centre mids, they plugged Linda, they plugged our two wingers. Then they applied man on man. And whenever we made the first pass to a centre back, they threw numbers on the centre back. Any centre back in the world will panic and take the ball out because defenders are always cautious in their area, in their defensive third. So after we knew that they were coming they were gonna press us like they pressed in the first 10 minutes, but we could come out. They wanted an early goal in the second half from their press. So, but their defense did not move. They denied us space to play behind them while the six are pressing us. So that is why the game in the second half was a little bit boring. So we did not want to do what they were doing, keeping the ball on their half without going forward. That's why they did not threaten us in the first half. So it did not work for us. But we wanted to continue playing like that, and they pressed us. If they pressed us, we have to get behind them. And then we failed and still missed chances in the second half, 2, 3, 4 chances.
Yes.
Good evening, Coach. My name is Nati from Energy FM. Coach, a seasoned player like Monare,
Yes.
what does he bring to the team? What was the thinking behind his acquisition? Was it because you knew Kamu is gone, and how did he fare today together with the likes of Hyballa?
Yeah, we wanted speed in the central midfield. We wanted a center mid with quick reaction, with and without the ball, a player who was more faster, who's got good takeoff. We wanted to change and play with 6 and 8 this season. Remember, we played with double 6 last season most of the time. So we wanted someone faster who can cover the ground between who's more of a box-to-box midfielder. So, and there are very few in the country, so we couldn't go outside. Then the available one was Monari. He brings a lot of energy. I think today is the player who covered most of the ground, who covered the pitch, and that is game. So he's a player who plays with more energy, and also he's a ball player, and he brings he has that BMT, big match temperament in him. He's not a player who will panic under pressure or whatever. That's why today he was on top of his game. So we wanted someone who covers the ground and who's more of a box-to-box, and he suits that. That's why we signed him and Mukhowan. If you can check, they are more or less the same player. So we wanted to have 2-8, and our scouting department did well on that. They gave us 2 options, and they made sure that they go out and get them. If not Munari, then there is Moko one, because we want to play with with a 6 and 8. We don't want to sit back with a block of 4 like we did last.
Thank you, Coach. Good afternoon. Let's have our EBSK Times. 2 questions from you, Coach. One, you were talking, just reflecting on some of your debutants today. I just wanted to ask, when is anybody likely to feature? And then also with you guys now going to compete in September, what do you then do now? Do you go back into pre-season? What happens?
Yeah, firstly on Andy, the issue of work permit again. I think he came late. Then it's the first time he comes in the counter, and you know our counter how they are tight security-wise in terms of papers. So I think he'll be available in September, even maybe next week, maybe. But everything was done. We were just waiting for work permit. So and it limited us up front. You could see when Victor wasn't there anymore. Then we had to push Linda, who did well as a 9 last season. Yeah, on this period, it's abnormal. Mostly pre-season schedule for a football club must be 5 to 6 weeks. Periodization wise, it will affect us also. But we have a very good medical team and conditioning coach. And tennis manager, Dr. Picha. So they will guide us on that one, but now it's going to be 14 weeks, 12, 14 weeks, and luckily we did not open that early. So it will help us also, but coming out of the competition is bad, but we will try and fix whatever, and it will help also on the new players to gel with the old ones. So it's either it was a blessing in disguise or what, but we wanted to do well in the tournament also. But now it's going to be abnormal. We're going to have 14 weeks now from the day we started. So we'll try our best. I have a lot of friendlies because I think we will be 12 in the league who are not active. So we'll try and play each other and see. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Herbert Rachel from Bonus Newspaper. Coach, are you done with reinforcements? Will you be going into the market just to strengthen the team ahead of this season?
Sorry, Rose?
Will you be reinforcing the team? Are you done with bolstering the team ahead of the new season?
Yeah, in football, you sign until the last day. If there is something that will come that is exceptional, that is better than what we have, then we'll have to try and check with the management. He's here, he's part of our executive, he's listening. So, Kolega is there also. If there's something available that is exceptional, that we don't have, I think we have a better squad, we have a very strong competitive team. We will see yesterday, today, but if there's something that is better, there are those last day signings all over the world. So you cannot say you are satisfied in football. Now we're gonna go for 6 weeks again. Then there will be injuries, fatigue, all these things. Teams will come looking for players. If these guys decide to sell, then we have to replace. So we cannot say we are done, but we are satisfied. We are happy with what we have. But if they try to sell or do whatever, they get offers for players, we will sign players. But we are happy with what we have, unless something happens.
Can we take the last 2 questions?
Hi, Coach. It's me again. Have you gotten a chance to reflect on the 2 penalties that Captain City got, and what do you make of them? If you did, I want to also go back to the question that I asked on the head coach that is not available because of the work paper. What have you learned in the 2 or 3 weeks that you have been working with him, and what kind of relationship do you have as a technical team of Sekhukhune? Thank you.
Yeah, on penalties, you know, sometimes referees are human also, and they are family men. Kids or wives, they are loved ones. So we cannot just come and bash them. And on Monday, you see Monday shows where you see when Ndaba, Vita, then they prove you wrong. But you have already said bad things about the referees on the after match interviews. Sometimes we as coaches, we must just accept that we sit far from the 18 area. And the penalty happened on the last pool. First half, it was the last pool, opposite side, and the second half also last pool. So I cannot comment on that one. I might be wrong. Emotionally, yes, it affected me. And considering sorry to say, the referee is my friend. We are from the same place. So it shows that he's professional also. He doesn't do favors. So if he could kill me, then he doesn't do favor. He's a professional, I'm a professional. He was closer to the action. He's the one who knows if it was a penalty. Coaches will always complain about. I can complain only about the foul that happened in front of me. Petros could have been sent off, kicking Vusi 4 times and hitting Linda with an elbow in front of the 4th official. But about the penalties, the 18 area box is too far from the technical bench. And I don't like my colleagues, coaches complaining. All the coaches, I don't take the coach who complains about the penalty serious, because we are far from that, especially in the set piece. If it's a set piece side free kick, the referee is closer to the action area. Unless it's a run-off play, counter-attack, then the referee is still on the opposition half. But if it's a free kick, it's closer to the action. And we as technical team, we are far from the action. He knows. If it's a penalty, he knows. If it's not a penalty, then we don't know. We'll see it on Monday. Also with our analysts, they will show us the video. He might be right. There's no rule that says the referee must not give 2 penalties. He must. He can give 5. If they are fouls, they are fouls. We just have to go back and try to defend better. So before the penalty, I think my centre back could have done better, because he could have headed the ball on the first pole, but he decided to duck it. Then it went behind him. It was not even a good set piece. So let's start with the centre back before we go into the referee. We don't train with the referee. It's not part of us. So if it's a penalty, it's a penalty. We just have to go and fix. And about the coach, football is a team sport. We work together. That's what I can tell you. It's like the same as management. They work together. The same as players, they work together. There's no way they cannot be relationships. So I cannot answer further about the coach. So what I can tell you is that is why he has the technical team. So we are 10, maybe, or 12 with the medical team. So we have to work together. So I cannot answer about the coach anymore. I'm sorry about that. I'm not stubborn, but let's talk about the game.
We'll take the last question before we wrap it up.
Good evening, coach, and everyone. You have 3 starters gone. One was playing today, Mkocho, Niko, and also Mkwana. They played crucial matches last season, maybe a good number of matches. Judging by what you saw today in terms of the replacements, do you feel you've done enough in that part? You've got good players who are able to replace those 3, even judging from the training sessions that you had?
Yeah, better. They served the team well. The 3, as you've said, that they were starters, which means they were good players. They served the team well. But I think we have replaced them with players who are more or less the same level with them, or better than them. We cannot replace them with bad players. Kennedy is a better finisher than Mukwana. Very experienced player, always scores goals wherever he's given a chance. So when Mukwana got offers, outside the country. He's going to play Club World Cup and he's going to play Champions League, and he's playing for one of the biggest clubs on this continent. So as Sekhukhune, we couldn't deny a player that opportunity, because when he's there, he's representing the country, he's representing the club also, the club that he served for 2 seasons. So as I've said, that if these guys get offers for players, then and they think it's better, it's good for the club, because the team is run by finances. So if they have good offers, then we couldn't stand on his way. But with Monare and Monare and Mokojo is a big player for big player. Asekotiwani for Langa, yes, the same. In fact, we have replaced Langa with better left backs who are the same level as him. And Mabucha also, we replaced them with better left backs who are on the same level, not better than them. We have Langa, we have World Cup, highly rated, we have Hyballa, who was loaned last time. So I think we have replaced them with better players. So that is why the players did not struggle even on the friendlies. Makhubedu has been scoring every time, and he passed late fitness for today's game. I think he played well also today. He had 3 shots at goal. His trademarks, finishing, last pull, killings, he tried. And he played against one of the best right backs, Mkhize, seasonal campaigner. So he came out tops until his muscle said no, he cannot take on, he cannot go on. So we didn't lose anyone.
This brings us to the end of our press conference. Thank you so much, Coach. Hard luck with the result. Hoping for better games in the future. And thank you so much, members of the media, for availing yourselves. Hope this was fruitful, and we thank you. See you next time.